What is up, bro? Today I'm going to be ranking every single protein source based off of one thing, what it does to your testosterone. And some of the things on this list will lower your testosterone, but some of them will boost the heck out of your testosterone. And you need to know which ones that is because your testosterone level is so important. It's like when you can have high testosterone, life just becomes so much better. You can think more clear, you have more cognition, you can have more energy, you can have more muscle, and you can just be so much happier as a person. So, with that being said, it is so important to get your test up. And let's get right into it. So, we have at the very bottom estrogen special. Now, this is going to be the worst food on the list for boosting your testosterone, and it's actually going to lower your testosterone. Next up, we have soy boy starter pack. If you want to be an absolute soy boy, then eat the protein that goes here. Next, we have mid. Now, foods that go here aren't going to raise your testosterone. They're not going to lower your testosterone. It's mid. If you have to get your protein in, sure, have it. Next, we have built different foods that will raise your testosterone. And then at the top, we have 1,000 nanograms per deciliter testosterone. These are foods that are going to boost the heck out of your testosterone. They are very anabolic, and the reason they're going to go here is because they're going to be high in cholesterol, saturated fat, magnesium, zinc, iron. All of the things I just listed are building blocks for your body to make testosterone. Cholesterol, as you can see from this screenshot right here, cholesterol is the precursor to testosterone. It is so important. And fun fact is that your brain is also made out of a lot of cholesterol and fat. So it is essential to be getting in your diet. Okay, starting off strong with something that will give you 1,000 plus testosterone, and that is beef, because beef is high in everything I basically just mentioned: cholesterol, saturated fat, magnesium, zinc, iron. Look at all of the nutrients in beef. It is absolutely insane. You have to be eating red meat if you want to have high test. It is absolutely essential. Along with the things that are going to boost your testosterone comes a ton of nutrients, like you can see from right here. So there is literally no reason not to be eating beef. You have to be eating beef. There's nothing wrong with eating 2 pounds a day, unlike what your doctor might say. So next on the list is another beef, liver. You might be thinking, what liver? Why is there an organ on the list? Well, it is on the list. Technically, yeah, it is a protein source. There is protein in it, but I have to add it here because this is the most nutrient dense food on the entire planet. The amount of nutrients per ounce, nothing else compares. Beef liver is the most nutrient dense food on the planet. That's just how it is. And it's going to have cholesterol. It's going to have so much micronutrients that it just has to raise your test. And your body needs nutrients to function properly and to have proper hormone levels. Next. Okay, next we have McDonald's and Chipotle. Now you might be thinking, Chipotle, what the heck? I go there like fucking 3 times a week. I get a fucking chicken bowl from there all the time. Like, where do you think it's going to go? Nope. Estrogen fucking special. Estrogen special. Why? Because these places cook in industrial seed oils, which will lower your testosterone. On top of that, all of the meat is going to be very low quality. And you can expect to find things like emulsifiers, preservatives, natural flavors, artificial flavors, probably 100 plus ingredients if you go out to eat at some kind of fast food place. It is absolute nightmare. They put literally so much shit in fast food these days. It's literally like a fucking science experiment. It's insane. Like the McDonald's bun, for example, 40 ingredients. The fucking burger, 20 ingredients. The fucking ketchup, 20 ingredients. It's insane. This is just going to wreck you in every single way. Next, we have one that can, honestly, it could go here or it could go here. It really depends on the brand, but this one is Yoplait, which I think is bullshit. But if it's plain Greek yogurt, you could put it here. But this one is honestly shit because it's pasteurized milk, which basically just means milk that has the nutrients killed. So you're going to be a soy boy if you eat this. Same thing here, pasteurized milk, soy boy. Basically, pasteurization is just killing all of the nutrients in the milk. And that is why it is essential to have raw milk, which is actually right here. So let's rank this. Raw milk is going to boost the fuck out of your test. Let's be honest. It does have protein. It has so much nutrients, And it's also very good for your gut health. So this means you're going to be recovering faster. You're going to be a happier person. You're probably going to train harder. And it's just like a upward spiral of benefits. Raw milk is amazing. It is literally meant to create a life. Like this one thing takes a baby to an adult. Imagine how nutrient dense it has to be in order to do that. Okay, next thing on the list is eggs. Eggs are going to go in top tier. They're going to give you 1000 plus testosterone because they are very high in cholesterol, and cholesterol is the precursor to testosterone. You need cholesterol, and eggs have it. So you have to be eating eggs. Do not fucking eat the egg whites. You need the yolk. That is where the cholesterol is. Next, we have soy protein. The vegans absolutely love this one. You're going to be a complete fucking soy boy if you eat soy protein, because soy has something called polyestrogens, which basically mimics the human version of estrogen. So it's going to raise your estrogen. And that is not what you want. You do not want to raise your fucking estrogen. You want to raise your testosterone. Next one is interesting. People don't think about this one. We have bison. Now, bison is very similar to a cow because it's red meat. It's fatty red meat. But I would say it's probably just as effective as raising your test as beef is. But I can't put it at the top tier simply because it is harder to find and it is more expensive. But for that reason, it is going into build different. Great source of protein. Next one on the list, whey protein. Where do you think I'm going to put this one? Think about it for a second. Pause the video. Put in the comments, where do you think whey protein is going to go? You're going to be an absolute fucking soy boy if you're eating whey protein. Let me tell you why. Because whey protein is such a low quality protein. This is not going to boost your test at all. In fact, it's probably even going to lower it. Why? Because it has no fucking nutrients in it. It is so low quality. It's going to come with things like natural fucking flavors, which we don't even know what that is. It's going to have preservatives. It might even have seed oils. Probably not. Some probably do, but nevertheless, it is very, very bad. It has no nutrients. Why would if you want to get quick drinkable protein, bro, drink fucking 3 eggs. Have 100 grams of chicken. Like, you do not need this bullshit. If you are eating properly, if you're eating a proper human diet, then you do not need to be getting extra protein from a soy bullshit powder like this. This is complete garbage. Do not eat whey protein. Of course, there are some good brands out there, but this is not one of them. Next on the list is lamb. Lamb is similar to bison. It's another red meat. It's great. And it is harder to find, slightly more than beef. And I don't know if it's more expensive, but for that reason, it is going into build different. Next, we have deer. Now, deer is honestly mid because it is quite lean. It definitely lacks the building blocks to testosterone like beef has. So for that reason, of course it's healthy, don't get me wrong, but for that reason, it's not going to boost your test and it's not going to lower your test. So it is mid. Next, we have pea protein. You're only going to be eating this if you're a fucking vegan. You do not need pea protein. This is basically the same as soy protein, except slightly better, but it's still shit. Next is farm-raised salmon. Now, you would probably think this one would be up here, but it's actually not. It's here. Why? Because this is very low quality fish. Fun fact is that farm-raised salmon actually comes out looking gray. And they have to add the color through the feed because the fish was so fucked up while it was growing. These were grown in tap water. Like, who knows, bro? Who knows what's in this shit? And that's why wild caught salmon is on top, because this was caught in the wild. It wasn't getting tampered with. It wasn't growing in tap water. It wasn't being fed bullshit just to be killed eventually. Like, it wasn't being fed or grown in crowded tanks. So yeah, and this is going to be high in omega-3s, which is also very good for your testosterone and your brain. And it's just amazing. Salmon tastes great, so top tier. Next, we have chicken. Chicken is mid, let's be honest. You're eating a weak bird that's lean. It does not have the cholesterol, the saturated fat, the magnesium like beef does. It's just not even close when you're comparing the micronutrients of the meat. So it's not going to raise your test. It's not going to lower it. It's mid. chickens are much better at producing the egg than they are the meat. Next, we have bacon. Now, bacon it can be a tough one because if it's a store-bought bacon, then I would honestly put it way the fuck down here. Why? Because bacon is usually going to be a heavily processed meat, which means it's going to be cured. And when a meat is cured, that means they add nitrates or nitrites to that. And it has actually been shown that this is a carcinogen, which means it leads or causes cancer. Yeah, fucking crazy. Side note, never eat cured meat. But of course, there's actually nothing wrong with the actual bacon itself. It's the processing. So if this was bought from a farmer that did not cure the meat, I would put it into built different. But it's very hard to find that. And most store-bought bacon is just bullshit. So I would not eat it at all. Next, we have shrimp. Now, farm-raised shrimp is on the same level that salmon is on. I would not eat it. We don't know what this was being fed. We don't know the processing. I would just avoid it. And lastly, plant-based meat. Where do you think this is going to go? Absolute fucking trash. Why? Because why are you eating plant-based meat, bro? What the fuck? Just eat the real thing and actually get the benefits. This has 40 plus ingredients. Trying to mimic meat, you're going to find things like seed oils, preservatives, natural flavors, which we don't even know what that is. Absolute nightmare. Do not eat plant-based meat. So yeah, that is the tier list. If you want to boost the shit out of your test, eat the things that are in the top tier, and that will get you very far. I don't think it's unreasonable to say that if you switch from eating things down here for protein to eating things up here, you could double your testosterone. Of course, 100% you could double your test if you start maxing on these things. Become a salmon maxer, egg maxing, raw liver maxing, and beef maxing, and you will be next fucking level. And if you want to take your health to the absolute next level and you want the full blueprint on everything, mindset, full, complete diet, other healthy things you can do, link in the description is my entire health program that is designed to get you results. And that is what I wish I had when I was younger and I was trying to fix all of my health issues, like have high energy, have a good working brain, boost my test, put on muscle. That is what I wish I had. But if you want to keep watching, you can go subscribe to my YouTube channel. There I have tons of other valuable videos explaining health concepts. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Go boost the shit out of your testosterone. Goodbye.